The day's work. After the first morning hour, the Christian's day until evening belongs to work. Man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. Psalm 104:23. In most cases, the Christian family fellowship will separate for the duration of the working day. Praying and working are two different things. Prayer should not be hindered by work, but neither should work be hindered by prayer. Just as it was God's will that man should work 6 days and rest and make holy day in his presence on the seventh, so it is also God's will that every day should be marked for the Christian by both prayer and work. Prayer is entitled to its time, but the bulk of the day belongs to work, and only where each receives its own specific due will it become clear that both belong inseparably together. Without the burden and labor of the day, prayer is not prayer, and without prayer, work is not work. This only the Christian knows. Thus, it is precisely in the clear distinction between them that their oneness becomes manifest. Work plunges men into the world of things. The Christian steps out of the world of brotherly encounter into the world of impersonal things, the it, and this new encounter frees him for objectivity, for the it world is only an instrument in the hand of God for the purification of Christians from all self-centeredness and self-seeking. The work of the world can be done only where a person forgets himself, where he loses himself in a cause, in reality, the task, the it. In work, the Christian learns to allow himself to be limited by the task, and thus for him, the work becomes a remedy against the indolence and sloth of the flesh. The passions of the flesh die in the world of things, but this can happen only where the Christian breaks through the it to the thou, which is God, who bids him work and makes that work a means of liberation from himself. The work does not cease to be work. On the contrary, the hardness and rigor of labor is really sought only by the one who knows what it does for him. The continuing struggle with the it remains, but at the same time the breakthrough is made. The unity of prayer and work, the unity of the day is discovered, for to find, back of the it of the day's work, the thou, which is God, is what Paul calls praying without ceasing, 1 Thessalonians 5:17. Thus the prayer of the Christian reaches beyond its set time and extends into the heart of his work. It includes the whole day, and in doing so, it does not hinder the work. It promotes it, affirms it, and lends it meaning and joy. Thus every word, every work, every labor of the Christian becomes a prayer, not in the unreal sense of a constant turning away from the task that must be done, but in a real breaking through the hard it to the gracious thou. Whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus. Colossians 3:17. Then, from this achieved unity of the day, the whole day acquires an order and a discipline. These must be sought and found in the morning prayer, and in work they will be maintained. The prayer of the morning will determine the day. Wasted time, which we are ashamed of, temptations that beset us, weakness and listlessness in our work, disorder and indiscipline in our thinking and our relations with other people, very frequently have their cause in neglect of the morning prayer. The organization and distribution of our time will be better for having been rooted in prayer. The temptations which the working day brings with it will be overcome by this breakthrough to God. Decisions which our work demands will be simpler and easier when they are made not in the fear of men, but solely in the presence of God. Whatsoever ye do, do it heartily, as to the Lord, and not unto men. Colossians 3:23. Even routine mechanical work will be performed more patiently when it is done with a knowledge of God and His command. Our strength and energy for work increase when we have prayed God to give us the strength we need for our daily work.